God is preparing a table, but have you prepared your heart? Let me first start off by saying that this is not the message that I intended to do this morning. I had some, whole encouraging, everything everything you need is already within you. But God is preparing a table. Have you prepared your heart? Is what I need to share with you. I think I speak for a lot of people, whether you're a person that has built on your faith, is doing inner work, or has endured some things in your life, whether consequence or things that are completely not called for. A lot of us go back to this verse that says God, or the Lord is preparing a table in the presence of your enemies. And we hold on to that, right? A lot of us, whether we say it or not, is like our spiritual lick back. Like we won't say anything, we won't do anything, we won't show receipts, we won't pull up on you, but we hold on to that verse because in a lot of ways, we hold on to that in a way as it's our vengeance. God's going to prepare a table, and y'all are going to see you talked on me, or you mistreated me, or you lied about me, or you counted me out, but God's going to put me up here, and you're going to have to watch. And I feel like it needs to be stated that that's not what it's going to mean for you. Sometimes the table is still the test. So let me just say this. I've written 3 books, and a lot of what I talk about, of course, is personal growth, being still, appreciating revelation over reaction, and having faith and knowing that all things in our lives work together. Whether it's positive, negative, of our doing, or something that happens to us, God has a way of working things together in such a strategic way that what the enemy intended for harm will be the thing that elevates you. Like I always tell myself, don't get flustered over footstools, because that's essentially what they are. And one of the greatest revelations I've had in recent months was understanding that, yes, a table is being prepared. Yes, you are going to reap the good seeds that you've sown. Yes, your silence was for revelation, and your voice is going to help you and other people rise. But having a table also has responsibility. And if you think that you are going to be blessed and walk in abundance, but also walk around with resentment and pride in your heart, it's not going to work. You have to learn to love in the midst of it all. There are people that hurt you. Maybe you have hurt people. I'm sure we all have. But I'm saying this because in a lot of ways, as you grow, you're going to be prompted to pray for people. You might not say anything, you might not tell people, but it's going to be a prompting. Or you're going to have more empathy and understanding for people. The table is not for just you. The table is to show that there is a way to be made. And that is something that I feel a lot of us conveniently just don't talk about. And I feel like it's definitely in alignment for me to read this to you, because this is something that I struggle with. Whenever you're hurt or whenever you're going through a tough season, sometimes the hardest thing to do is love other people, right? Whether it's your family, your friends, yourself. Because you tell yourself, well, if I wasn't so kind, if I wasn't so loving, if I wasn't so naive, if I wasn't so this, I wasn't so that, I wouldn't have been so hurt. I wouldn't have been so mishandled. I wouldn't have been so played. So you think in your mind, the thing you need to do is stop loving people. The thing you need to do is when those people that hurt you look hurt, you're supposed to be happy because that's your lick back. And your prompting should be to love them, whether from a distance or giving them a word. That is what it's for. So let me read this to you from my book, The Tears That Taught Me. And I said, you don't hate people. That's your pain talking. You love people. You hate the fact that the genuine strength of your love has been manipulated, mishandled, or misunderstood in the past, which makes you fearful to love and trust to that extent now. And I don't know who this is for. And again, this is not like a lot of my other lives that I do, because I feel like I'm usually a lot more organized and straight to the point. But I say that because your love is a gift. Your lessons are a gift. And every person that has crossed your path, no matter if they brought out the best or the worst in you, in many ways is a gift. And the fruits from all the frustrations you've endured are not just meant for you, but they're meant for other people. So don't be afraid to forgive people, right? Forgiveness is for you. Understand that sometimes the strongest, most alpha female, alpha male thing you can do is practice restraint, is to not go off, is to not be petty. And it's to be an example to people that no matter what you do, what you say, what you think, when God is on your side, it really doesn't matter how many people are coming against you. It doesn't really matter what people are saying about you. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. Sometimes you just living is the testimony. Sometimes you being cordial and kind to people that you and the world knows dragged you, defamed you, did everything they could to hurt you. Sometimes that is a living testimony that you can be better. And all the things that were meant to leave you with resentments and bitterness just made you grow. Because we're not all fighting the same type of battle. And I try to explain this to people. There are some people that live and they view things from a lens of ego. And then there are people that view things from a lens of energy, of the spirit. We don't all fight the same. My fighting is not going off on you. Your fighting is probably not going off on people. And if you know, you know. It's just one of those things. And this is a conversation that might not be meant for everyone. This is a conversation that I'm sure a lot of people, because oh my gosh, I get messages all the time where people are so disappointed that I talk so much about God. But if you know me, and you've known me for years, and you've been following me for years, you understand that if there was no God, there would be no me. There would be no books. There would be no conversation. There would be no lessons. And I feel that I have a responsibility to share with you what I've learned, because those are things that I wish people would have shared with me. So I want you to hold on to that today. I want you to hold on to your lessons. I want you to hold on to your wisdom. I want you to hold on to the fact that you've planted good seeds. And the good seeds that you've planted, nothing but blessings, progress, peace, clarity, discernment will grow from them. It doesn't matter if people acknowledge it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what people say. You know the life you're living. You know the life you've lived. And you know your purpose in the midst of all of it. So while you are seeing that you are going in a great direction, that you're in a season of winning, that you're in a season where you're about to reap all the good that you've sown, remember that you have to know how to handle that. You cannot have the ego out of this world. You have to extend love. And sometimes your love looks a lot like silence. That's okay too. But know that you did not come this far just for yourself. You haven't made all the strides in life that you've made just for yourself. You don't have those testimonies that you share with those unique people in, unique situations. That's not just for you. You have to know, just how you had to, in previous seasons, you had to learn how to handle yourself. You have to know how to handle this as well. So I want you to just hold on to that. And if I'm rambling this morning, I apologize. But like I said, it's really just something on my heart that I felt like I needed to share in no particular order, without the bells and whistles. I just want all of you to get that no pain that you went through was for nothing. No time that you turned the other cheek was for you to be weak. It was all building your spiritual and emotional strength and intelligence. Even the times of your life that you failed, that you made mistakes, that you made bad decisions, those things that you turned away from and you learned from, and now you pour into other people, that's coming back for you. So handle it properly. Use what you've acquired. And know when it's time to speak, and know when it's time to be still. Because you are going forward. You are accelerating. You are going to be blessed. The things that you've been praying for and preparing for, they are coming. It's not even a question. They're coming. But you have to have the right heart posture. And you have to have the emotional intelligence and the spiritual wisdom to handle it properly. So, congratulations on your table. You are going to eat. But just know that there's enough to serve other people too. So I hope you have a great day. I love all of you guys. Check out The Tears That Taught Me, and we'll be in touch. I love you, and have a great weekend.